Okay, I'm back here with my friend Jim, and this is a follow-up on what we did last time. And we had a problem with the motor spinning up when we went into config mode on the Arkbird. So after working with RC groups and looking into the situation, we found out we had the wiring wrong between the Arkbird and the receiver. What was going on is, if you look at this schematic we drew up, we used to have basically the throttle on channel 1 on both the inputs and the outputs. The throttle was on channel 1 here. So it was T-A-E-R, and it should be A-E-T-R in both the input and the output. So now that we got that right, we can now get into config mode without the motor spinning up, and the navigation works better in the menus too. So we're just going to run through what we do now to get into config mode.
Okay, first you turn on the radio. Second,
Welcome to Toronto's.
wait till it
Wait.
comes online. Okay, everything's switches are fine. Then plug in the unit. It's now plugged in. Waiting for GPS home.
You're flipping the switch. Okay, so you flipped this switch up, right?
Right. Flip that switch up.
Which is
that
the
overrides the
so that's
GPS search.
That's the manual to mode
flight
switch.
mode switch. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So that enables the flight mode.
Okay. Now we're in the normal OSD mode.
Okay.
Or screen, OSD screen.
Okay. Very simple to set up this time. We didn't have to move the throttle stick or do anything like that like we did last time.
Right.
Okay, now let's show how we navigate the menus.
Okay, well, first thing you do for that is you have to pull the mode switch all the way forward to the third position forward, or the third position. And then you hold the aileron to the right or left, doesn't matter, for 6 seconds or more, and that brings you into the thing.
And that's what they call channel 1 in the manual, by the way.
Right. And then if you're at the top of the menu, keep going up and that'll bring it down. Don't ask any questions about that. That's the way it is. Okay, and then you go into different settings. We'll just look at the OS. You go to the right, takes you into the screen, and now you start the thing again going up to go down. Okay, then you get to a certain thing you want to change, like for instance units. You would go to the right and then go up or down. Now we'll go to Imperial and leave it there. And now it's saved it up here. It's very quick, but it said it saved it.
Just flashes on the screen.
Flashes on, yeah, parameters saved. Okay, and then to get out of it, you can go back to this menu, and then you throw the manual switch. Boom, and it goes back. Now you're in miles per hour and feet and inches. Well, miles per hour.
So not too bad. It's much easier now that we got the wiring right and everything seems to operate properly. Now we just need to program the rest of the switches and things for the radio. And right now we're working on the different flight modes. So we're thinking of just doing a little walk around on the ground station. Okay, so down here there's a little panel. What's on this panel, Jim?
This panel here, this is the battery that controls the transmitter. Or, I'm sorry, the receiver. Okay, this is the energy for the receiver. Okay, and I used a 5-volt UBEC to step the voltage down from this 3-cell.
Okay.
Okay, this is a monitor. This monitors the battery cells, each cell individually.
And what is this for?
And that's for the camera. It's like the GoPro AEE.
Okay.
Look-alike, act-alike, look-alike.
So knockoff of the GoPro.
Knockoff, yeah. And that's for your various things when you get, but it's really useless. You got to be within like 30 feet. So it's just a Wi-Fi signal thing.
So as the plane flies
Remote.
by, you can take a picture of yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't even have it set up for that, so it's not important. I just have it stuck on there for lack of someplace else to put it. And these over here, these are the batteries. Right now I have it plugged in here, but when I'm out in the field, I'll have a 2200 milliamp battery, 3-cell battery here that'll power the monitor.
Okay. Now I notice you have, looks like a DVR up there.
I have a DVR up there.
Is that a Hobby King DVR?
That's a Hobby King DVR, yes. That's about $40-some. And it has a 16 gigabyte card in it right now, SD card, the standard size SD card. And it has 2 outputs. I'm only using one. right now. What I'm doing is, what I wanted to do was, when you receivers receives a signal, it would normally come down into the monitor. It's only the camera,
Right.
okay? And of course, the camera itself on the unit would be recording through the micro SD card.
Mm-hmm.
None of it shows the OSD.
Right.
So I interrupted here another line from the receiver down to here. Now that's recording the OSD and the picture.
Okay.
See, so I've got two different pictures recorded. I've got the high definition picture of the from the AEE camera,
Yeah.
the HD camera, and then I've got a lower resolution because this is not HD. It says it's HD, but it's not. And of course, the receiver transmitter can't transmit high definition anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming down here and records the same picture, but with the OSD overlaid on it.
Okay.
That's all it is.
So what the AEE camera? Can we just take a look at that? Because some people may not know what that is.
Actually, knockoff's not a good word to use because it sounds like it's a cheap thing. But truth of the matter is, this is 16 megapixels. Your GoPros are 12, I understand. But there, basically, that's it.
Inactivity alarm.
It's a little heavier, I think, by about maybe 10 grams heavier than the other camera. But that's it.
Inactivity alarm.
Oh, that's not a bad looking camera.
And it's got excellent video.
So I can see right on there where it says AAE.
Inactivity
Right.
alarm.
There, how's that?
Oh, that's good. I can zoom
And
in.
it,
on it.
I'm
Well,
not
it
sure
was
what the
zoomed in.
battery condition is right now.
Inactivity alarm.
But there's has
There's
a little
the screen.
screen on the back. And it also, if you hold this down, look at the wall over there.
Inactivity alarm.
Boom. It has a laser pointer.
Oh yeah, it just
says
looks like
to know where
a sort
you're-
of a white dot. Yeah,
Red
it has
dot.
a laser pointer on it,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
Yeah, but you wouldn't use that on
Yeah.
flying. But it's just another little neat thing. But the nice thing about it is it has, like I said, I have it 720p at 50 frames per second. It can do 1080p at 30.
Okay.
1080p at 30.
Inactivity alarm.
And it can do several different intermittent modes as well, like 420 by something or other at 120 frames per second. But that's pretty much it's a high def, like I said, it's 16 megapixel.
So how's it
Camera.
compare in price to like the GoPro Heroes?
This was $200 compared to the GoPro.
$200. That's not too bad.
No, it isn't. And we'll see. Like I said, it's just I think it's a little bit heavier. And this thing here, I mean, this thing is bulletproof, man. I mean, they really overdid it with this thing. It's too heavy. I would like to use that on the plane as a protector, but it's just so heavy. So what I did is, for the plane, I've done this. I made up this little device here, which allows the camera, which has their standard 1/4-20 thread. So you just put that on there, lock it down, and that will sit up here
Oh yeah.
on the plane.
Now is that
But
something?
it's not as protected as I like to be. I wish they hadn't made this so bulletproof here.
Now,
It's
where
so
did
thick.
you made that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you remember it fits on this part here. I have the two holes right there. Right now I have it set up for the wing camera.
Oh, okay. And this is an
And this is the one-
FPVraptor, by the way, right?
And this is the
FPVraptor.
one that this pans.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas that one will not pan. That's just dead ahead. And there's the two screws that ties into, and it's rubber on the front.
Okay.
That's all it is. But this is set up for the wing camera.
Yeah.
It's here.
So you would have to have one or the other, but not both, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what I thought was, because when I first fly it, because of all this stuff is I'm untested, that I would use this cheaper camera
Yeah.
on
I
it
can see
first,
that.
and then if it pans out, I get it under control, yada yada yada. Then I'll put the more expensive camera on it.
Yeah.
But this is 720p at 30 frames per second, so it's not bad itself.
Yeah,
Like I said,
not too shabby.
both of them are better than the transmitter has the ability to transmit to
Yeah.
to the ground station.
Yeah.
So
Well, it looks like it's going to be a good setup.
yeah, and I took this here. A lot of people complain about it being foam. The foam, I took this and cut this out. The reason being is that this here, when it locks onto the plane through these holes and these pins here, it holds this foam down. Because a lot of people with heavy cameras, when they land hard or something, it just breaks the foam and it flies off. You know.
Yeah.
But this here kind of adds substantial weight to it. It also directs air into this air intake. So it was kind of a idea I came up with to make it stronger when I heard people were having trouble with it breaking.
And so the transmitter here for the video is 5.8, and I believe that is what brand? Boscam?
That's Boscam, yeah.
Boscam.
And I have the
Here's your Arkbird.
circular pitch antennas for that too. I just, while we're tinkering with it, I'm not putting them on
Oh yeah.
so we don't bump them or something. They're rather fragile, and I have it both for the transmitter and receiver.
And they say Fat Shark on them.
Yeah, one says Fat Shark, I think, and the other one says Immersion. Hobby King also. I've had these now for several months.
Well, that's a pretty good overview. We might have missed something. We're going to be using the Tyrannus radio here, we hope. We can figure out all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, that's going to be a trick.
Going to have to put some voices on there for the switches too. So that's just a brief overview. And
Did you show the? You saw.
yeah, I think we showed the receiver
And I
up
put
there. It's
mine up
also
above. That way I could walk around and I wouldn't interfere with the signal.
right there. So yeah, and there's the DVR, Hobby King DVR. Guess they're around $50 or something like that.
Yeah, $40-some. Well, you know, shipping costs are ferocious. And it have a battery. It's got to be powered, and I use a 750 milliamp battery.
Yeah.
And it also has a remote.
Oh yeah, nice little remote.
Nice little remote. So the battery actually goes here, but I just store the remote up there for now.
And so this says it's a free world.
Free world, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 7-inch, and that's one of those ones that will not go blue screen on you.
And where did it come from?
I got that on, I can't remember. I've had that for months now.
So we don't know where it came from, but it's a free world.
I forget.
I
I forget the website I got it.
don't know if you can see anything on the back here, maybe.
Fly.
But anyway.
It's a good little monitor, though, and it will not go blue screen on you. Although it comes up blue screen or visual, everybody says, oh, I thought this didn't go well. Once you're on the transmitter, though, it doesn't go blue screen. It'll just go static.
Okay, Tyrannus is saying bye-bye, so we're going to say bye-bye too.